When you get to the top of an organization, especially a big one and you're CEO, you might think you have lots of levers you can pull. Well, you have some. You can go acquire other companies, you can divest bits of your own business, you can start reorganizations or cost reduction exercises. But actually, the most important lever you have to pull is yourself and how you demonstrate what matters to your organization. I always remember that saying, I think I've got it right, and I think it was St. Francis of Assisi who said, preach the gospel at all times, and if necessary, use words. In other words, it's about your actions that matters, how you spend your time, what you do. And I have a feeling that at times in my career, I've disempowered myself by thinking, oh, I can't change this, it's too big, it's too difficult. The levers don't exist. I don't have the authority or the resources. Well, that may be true, but never ever underestimate just the impact of who you are and how you spend your time. And so one of the things I've been doing as I've come to Canada now is to spend as much time as I can out of the office at the front line. Why? Well, first of all, you learn tons, far more than the formal system will ever tell you. Secondly, you interact with the people who really are making the business what it is. And thirdly, you have this precious opportunity to communicate through your words, but more so through your actions, what matters. If the issues are around safety or customer satisfaction or cost efficiency, whatever it is, you demonstrate that with the people at the front line. And that's really the message. The message is about use your personal leadership, be out there, be visible, and model what matters to you. Generally speaking, what I believe is that there are three key things about leadership. The first one is purpose. I mean, just being clear what you're trying to do. I think the very least anybody who's being led can expect is that they should know where they're going. Because that to me is a condition of putting trust in a leader. The second one is passion, which is actually just about keeping whatever that purpose is alive. Now, on good days, when the results are great, it's easy to be passionate about your leadership. But when the organization needs you most is when things are not going right, when things are plateauing or even going backwards on sometimes, when you get opposition. And that's when the leader has to be seen to be supportive, to be strong, and to be encouraging. And the last thing is about care for people. Leadership, at least to my mind, finds its most powerful expression in other people. Now, there is a sort of North American cult of CEO which says that, the single individual at the top of the organization is the only thing that matters. I don't believe that, although actually I live in North America and I am at the top of an organization. No, that's not what matters. What matters is whether you can get your people, your team if it's small, or your whole organization if it's large, to do things that they wouldn't otherwise do. And that's empowering leadership, and that to me is all about care for people. Not a slushy, soft caring for people, but a challenging care for people that gets them to do things which they don't necessarily think they're capable of doing. In other words, really bringing the best out of people. My lasting learning over my career is just the influence, the power that comes from you as a person putting yourself truly behind the organization or behind a goal or behind a strategy. So often the obstacles seem big and you can convince yourself, this is actually not doable. I don't think that at all. I think everything is possible if people genuinely commit and show to the organization they commit by what they say, yes, but much more importantly, by what they do.